Hi guys, I decided to start a Pokemon Nuzlocke. For my Nuzlocke, I played Pokemon Y. Obviously, I got the idea from Jaiden Animations, so go watch her videos as well. For my Nuzlocke, the rules are the basic ones. If a Pokemon faints and they die and you can't use it, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each route. And finally, you have to nickname all your Pokemon so you get more attached to them. Anyway, let's get started. So after being rudely awakened by the fletchling, I head out to start on my Pokemon journey. Yeah. I zoomed down the stairs and across the road to meet up with this group of kids who are apparently going to give me my first Pokemon.
Alright, let's see here. Ew, grass. I pick you. My Froakie, who I named Foam.
I then used him to completely annihilate Shauna's Fennekin. Hey, you got the stuff? Ah, yes, thank you very much. See ya. Then while scouting out in Route 2, Foam ended up finding a Zigzagoon who I ended up catching. And I named him Ziggy, but we don't talk about it. And I was training them up to get ready to the scout in Santaloon Forest, where we would get another encounter there, actually. My encounter was a fletchling, but Ziggy crit tackled it, so yeah, it did. But it didn't matter, because after I exited the Santaloon Forest, I ended up finding another fletchling, so that's all good. Then in Route 22, I caught Boings the Azurill. And then it was time to take on the first gym against Viola, the bug-type specialist. I had Neo up front, who after a couple nice big boy pecks was able to take out the Surskit. Then when the Vivillon came out, it hit way harder than I thought it would. So I had to provide Neo with backup, so I brought out Foam, who ended up taking it out. We then got our first gym badge. In Route 4, I caught a combi I named Hive, but he was male, so he's useless. I then went over to Lumio City, where Professor Sycamore wanted to meet me there or something.
NANI?!
Then while training, we had some evolutions. Foam evolved into Frogadier. Neo evolved into Fletchinder. And Cinder the Charmander from Professor Sycamore, after I completely destroyed his entire team, also evolved into Charmeleon. So that's cool. Hey kid, you think you could get the Pokeflute for me? We needed to wake up this Snorlax. Batman. I ended up catching a Krogunka named Punches. But then while grinding in Route 8, an NK came in and hit really hard and ended up killing Punches with a Psywave. And that led to my first death. I was being careless because I forgot that Krogunka is quad weak to Psychic, and I just his death was just completely my fault. Wait. At the end of the cave, I ended up finding this guy with really weird hair. Yo, he kind of reminds me of Lysander. Nah, must be a coincidence. Well, on my way to the second gym, I went to Route 10, where I caught an Eevee who I named Biscuit. Then it was time for my second gym badge. Grant led with Amora, which Water Pulse did a lot to, but it used Thunder Wave and then hit me with Aurora Beam, but the Water Pulse took it out next turn. His next Pokemon was Tyront, which on the first turn I healed the paralysis, but Bite did way more damage than I thought it would, and Water Pulse really didn't do that much. But thankfully, Tyront's second attack, Rock Tomb, missed, which allowed me to switch out Foam for someone else. I started to rethink my strategy, and I came to this conclusion. Flying is weak to Rock, but flying is also normally faster than Rock, so I should probably take the risk and confuse Tyrant with Batman. I brought out Batman, who is actually now a Golbat, by the way. So Batman went into battle and confused Ray, confused Tyront. However, Tyront broke through confusion and landed its rock tomb. But he lived! Honestly, I have no idea how Batman survived that, but whatever. Salute to you, Batman. With that, I was able to switch out Batman, and I brought out another one who I knew it. Sleeps. Sleeps came in and started tanking attacks left and right, and when he got low, I switched in for Foam, who was able to take out the Tyrant once and for all. We then got our second gym badge. I headed over to Route 11 because you can find a Thunderstone here, and I wanted that for Biscuit. But then while in this double battle, I had Batman out, but the Mr. Mime used Psybeam and one-shot Batman. This death just hurt. Batman got us through that rock gym, and oh my gosh, he was just doing so well up until this point where I was careless once again. And just rest in peace, Batman. But I brought in George the Nidorino I caught on Route 11. I went into Reflection Cave where I found the Moonstone, which I gave to George. Then Serena told me she wanted to meet me at the Tower of Mastery in Shaller City, where of course she wanted to battle me. So of course I did what I had to and destroyed her entire team. Then while training, Cinder and Foam reached their final evolved forms. Then it was time for the third gym, and Cinder was my main priority for this gym, so go get him, Cinder. We then got our third gym badge. Then Karina wanted to meet me at the top of the Tower of Master, and she gave me a Lucario. In Route 13, I tripped over a rock, which actually turned out to be a Gible. Hi, Macaroni. I met Serena in front of the fourth gym again, so I proceeded to destroy her in a battle once more. I entered the gym and we had a couple evolutions in here. Neo evolved into Talonflame, and Macaroni evolved into Gabite. We then proceeded to destroy the entire gym, and we walked out with confidence high and the building in flames. I then head over to Lumio City to challenge the next gym, only to find out that's apparently a blackout and I can't challenge the gym until they fixed it. Well, that's the brightest blackout I've ever seen. I trekked across the Badlands, beating up a few grunts along the way, with only a few issues on my journey, if you couldn't tell. I turned the power back on and I went back to Lumio City to challenge the next gym leader. The next gym specializes in electric types, and I do have a ground type, Macaroni, but I don't think he'll be able to single-handedly take down the entire gym because he's pretty underleveled, so I'd have to provide him with at least some backup. I went ahead and challenged the gym anyway because I'm all about the risk. He led with Emolga, who's immune to ground, so the first thing I had to do was switch to Biscuit, who had to take an Aerial Ace, which did more than I thought, but still, Thunderbolt did a really good amount of damage, but then at the last second, Emolga used Volt Switch, and out came Magneton. But Macaroni had our backs because he one-shot the Magneton with no issues. Clement's next Pokemon was Heliolisk, and I tested Sand Tomb on it to see how much damage it would do. It didn't do that much, but then it used Grass Knot, which almost killed Macaroni, so I had to provide Macaroni with some backup from Anubis, who was able to take out the Heliolisk. Then out came Emolga, and I let Biscuit finish what he started. We then got our 5th gym badge.